Hi, my name is Jonathan Hicks. I'm back at the Dice Cup, and this evening I'm joined by
Mark.
Steve,
Dean.
Dave.
and we just finished playing Illusion, which is a game about figuring out how much of a particular colour there is on a card. So each round you draw one of these arrow cards, and the arrows you see represent different colours. So this round we're playing red, and you look at this card and you're trying to decide effectively what percentage of this card is covered in the colour red. The shapes don't matter at all, it's only like the amount of red you can see on the card. And on your turn, you look at the next card and you're trying to decide, is this going to have more red than this card or less? So I look at this and I think, I think there's more red on this card than there is on this card. And this indicates the direction of increasing red. So I'm going to place this card here because I think there's more than this one. Then it'll be Mark's go, and he looks at the next card and he tries to work out where to go. Now it's a bit like timeline, so if he thinks it has the least amount of red, which I think he does, he puts it here. The most amount of red will be here, but if he thinks it's in the middle, he can sort of make space and put it in the middle. So Steve looks at the next one. Oh, there's quite a bit of red on that one. He thinks that's more red than anything else. Then Dean looks at this M card. How much red is there there? Now at some point, it's Dave's turn, he might look at this and go, I think one of these is wrong. It doesn't actually matter whether it's the last one that Dean played or not. If he just thinks there's something wrong here somewhere, then he would
Challenge.
and then we look at all the cards and you flip them over and it tells you the percentage of red. So 2% red on the first one, 11%, so this is the right order,
No.
21%, so still the right order, and 16%, that is the wrong order, but this was the right. So this was wrong. It doesn't matter how much it's wrong, but if it's wrong, the person who correctly challenges takes the arrow card and they win a point. If they were wrong and the person who put it out last was correct, they would get the arrow point. And then you clear all the cards. The next round is yellow. You draw a card and you carry on again. So you're just playing to kind of get a certain number of these arrow cards. Each time you win a point, you're getting an arrow card, and most cards wins. What do we think?
I think Jonathan hit the nail on the head. It's timeline for people who don't want or don't know or don't wish to use facts. You're essentially looking at cards and trying to work out which order they're meant to be in. The rules are incredibly simple. You can get taught them in less than 20 seconds, I would say, and it plays fantastically. It's a very neat game. I'm not sure I love actually playing the game. I like the excitement play with the people going, is this trying to do that, and that kind of interaction socially, the fun of it. The actual game itself is a bit, for me, it's a bit meh. I'm sure some people really like it, but I enjoy the playing with the people rather than the game itself.
Okay. Steve?
I've played this a few times and I've laughed at people's struggles at every game I've played. You're just sitting laughing, you go, you've got a tough choice now. And then they play a card and then they think, yeah, that's exactly where I would have played. That means the next person's also got a tough choice because everyone's sort of kind of agreeing. Even if someone was wrong, everyone's like, yeah, that's probably right. And the more people that kind of go down there. And effectively, on your turn, you've got regardless of how many cards are there, you've got that choice. It's like, well, if it's right up to now, then I can't challenge. I just need to put one in. And then when I'm putting it in, I need to try, where is the right place to put this? For a filler, I don't think there's a filler that will play for any sort of gamer. Anyone can play this. You can play this with a 6-year-old. You can play this with anyone. You can play this with heavy gamers. We're heavy gamers. Mark may be excluded. I think we've all had a good time. You can play this with non-gamers. And I played this when I learnt this game. I played this with sort of non-gamers and we had a good time. I think this might be my go-to. You've got 10 minutes in the cafe here, try this game, because like Mark says, you can teach it in 20 seconds and it lasts as long as you want it to last. You can run through the deck of cards or you can play it for 5 minutes or 20 minutes. And there's almost, unless you learn the cards, there's almost like infinite replayability here.
Dean?
It's a fun little game. I think it's one of those games, and there aren't many. I'd put it in the same category as cockroach poker. It's one of those games where you really don't care whether you're winning or losing. It's the playing the game and seeing other people struggle, and then suddenly finding you're struggling yourself. That's actually the game, rather than who's actually won it. I like it. As Steve says, it's a nice little filler. I think it would be really good with kids. I like it. It's a nice fun filler. I don't think you'd want to play it for sort of like 3 games on the trot sort of thing. But if it's we're just waiting, somebody's running late, I want to play something for 20 minutes, I think it's a great game.
Dave?
Yeah, I think I'd just be reiterating what other people said. Like, I had fun, but I wouldn't consider it a game that I'm gonna really play to win, because there's a really big luck element involved in that. Like, you just have to be in a situation where you want to challenge to be able to get the points, but who cares? I had great fun.
Rating?
8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd give it probably 7.5 to 8. Yeah,
This is one of the best fillers I've ever played. I'm going to give it 9 out of 10.
Wow.
I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It is good fun socially.
Okay. Yeah, the versatility is very much the advantage of this. You really can play it with anyone. It feels like an old-fashioned game in many ways. The kind of game that maybe I would have played with my family as a kid. It does the job really, really well. So as a filler, yeah, I think it's fantastic. Not the kind of thing I'd want to play over and over again. As Dave says, there's really no strategy in the game. You just look each time. Can you make the judgment call or can't you? But it's fun. I would be on a 7 out of 10. All right, thanks for watching. That was Illusion.